Okay. Good morning. My name is Lizbeth. You guys know me as Liz. I'm gonna be telling you a little bit about my life today, and to hopefully inspire you and guide you in the right direction. I know we all have kids, and I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I would like for all of you to learn from it, and hopefully you guys can, like I said, guide your kids through it. So I grew up in El Monte, California, about 15 minutes outside of LA, and I was there from the age of 8 months, all the way until I was around 11 years old. At 11 years old, oh, sorry. So in El Monte, I did amazing. I had really good grades. I had a very beautiful childhood. And so I hung out with like the nerd kids. I didn't really fit in with like the cool kids. Soon after, my mom and my family, we bought a house in Pomona. So then I moved to Pomona, and that's where my life changed. Going into sixth grade, I started wanting to be cool. So I started doing really bad in school. I started hanging out with a bad crowd. And eventually going into middle school, high school, started ditching. I started getting into drugs. And so my point here is that my life would have completely been different if I would have stayed in El Monte, just because I was around different people. Once I got to Pomona, I was surrounded by, people and influenced a lot by friends who were doing bad things. And so hopefully we all learn from that. I know I'm going to be learning from that and hopefully be guiding my kids through that and not having them hang out with the wrong crowd. So then I got to Pomona, and eventually I had to, I asked my mom to change schools. I changed schools, I moved to Montclair. And in Montclair, I started doing amazing again. I was hanging out again with good kids. And that just goes to show that you are who you hang out with. I started doing okay again. And then I wanted to graduate from Pomona High School. So then I went back to Pomona High School, started doing bad again. And so like I said, so it is who you hang out with. Eventually everything worked out, but I did make a lot of mistakes in my life. And I hope that nobody ever has to make those mistakes. So for my opinion, I think that everybody should watch who your kid hangs out with. I know that it's hard to tell your kid, hey, don't hang out with this kid, but it will literally change the trajectory of their whole life. Now I am married and I have 2 kids. I moved to Las Vegas and I'm far away from bad influences. I like to have fun here and there, but I also try to watch what I do just because I have kids that look up to me now. But overall, I think I don't regret anything that happened to me. I think that's just a life, but thank you all for listening to me. Thank you.